I hate to admit it, but I think I've been thinking about retirement in the wrong way for quite some time. I I got caught up, and I think I was lying to myself about one word for a long time. The word was retired. And I think it's because when I think of retired, um, the word really means to withdraw and like back off. And I've been feeling like, for me, it's like I want to take it all in. I want to embrace it all. I want to do new things. I want to experience being uncomfortable and trying to learn new things, like, having a YouTube channel or figuring out how to monetize my coaching experience and not just rely on sort of the contracts that I have to do training. And so I think I spent a long time, no, I know so. I don't even think I know. A long time thinking of retirement as sort of a withering away of who I was or what I was able to do. And it just didn't match the person I was. I wasn't in alignment with that whole area of being. And so I used to say, I'm semi-retired. I'm almost retired. I'm 63, but I'm still working. So lots of different ways to describe, but not actually say, I'm retired and I'm doing the things I want to do. And I work when I want to work. And I work for who I want to work for and with projects that excite me in those spaces. And it wasn't until I really just sort of started to think about language and words. It's sort of interesting because I always was one of those kids that didn't really excel in school. I was always average and my writing was not strong, but I always had this fascination with words and the meaning of words and where they come from. And so it was really interesting. I thought, well, why don't I do a little bit of research and see how other languages talk about um, this idea of retirement that's different than the word retired, because the word retired comes from like French, and it's like to retire like withdraw, and it actually goes back to sort of war when the troops were used to withdraw. And so I was thinking, like, what does that look like in other languages? And I love this. I found out in Spanish, just the way that the word is written, and I'll put it down below, it just reminded me of jubilation, but it's jubilación, jubilación. I think that's correct pronunciation. Um, and it really means joy and celebration. And I was thinking, what if this was the word I embraced for my retirement? It was about joy and celebration, and it was about expansion rather than this withdrawing into a space that I didn't want to withdraw to. And so I am on this journey of retirement or jubilación. And I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's not my first language. But this idea of joy and expansion and adventure and working when I want to work with the projects that excite me, with the people that I want to collaborate with. And how do I create my own work as well to be able to support others that may be struggling with this idea of what is the season of our lives like? If you're over 50 and you're thinking about, okay, what does this next part of my life look like? I invite you to join us for the Bold Moves monthly group,